Have you ever heard of a book that no one in the world can read? A book filled with bizarre drawings of plants that don't exist, strange astronomical charts, and mysterious figures bathing in green liquid. This isn't the plot of a fantasy novel. This is the true story of the Voynich Manuscript, the world's most baffling and unreadable book. For centuries, it has stumped the brightest minds, cryptographers, linguists, and historians. Today, we're going to dive deep into its secrets, explore its strange history, and try to unravel the enigma that has captivated the world for over 600 years. Is it a lost language, an elaborate hoax, or something else entirely? Join me as we journey into the heart of one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. The story of the Voynich Manuscript begins shrouded in as much mystery as the text itself. Our first concrete record of it dates back to the early 17th century, specifically to the court of the Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II in Prague. Rudolf was a passionate collector of curiosities and occult objects, and it's said he acquired the manuscript for a hefty sum of 600 gold ducats, believing it to be the work of the famous 13th century English philosopher and friar Roger Bacon. From Rudolf's court, the manuscript passed through several hands. It was sent to Rome to be deciphered by Athanasius Kircher, a Jesuit scholar who was a master of languages and was famous for his attempts to decode Egyptian hieroglyphs. Kircher, however, seems to have made little progress. After his death, the manuscript vanished from the historical record for over 200 years. It was as if it had simply disappeared into thin air, adding another layer to its growing legend. Then, in 1912, the manuscript re-emerged. It was discovered by a Polish-American antiquarian bookseller named Wilfrid Voynich, from whom it gets its modern name. Voynich found the book tucked away in a collection of manuscripts at the Villa Mondragon, a Jesuit college near Rome. He was immediately captivated by its strange script and otherworldly illustrations. Voynich dedicated the rest of his life to solving its puzzle, publicizing it and sending copies to experts around the world, hoping someone could crack the code. But despite his relentless efforts, the manuscript kept its secrets. After his death, his wife inherited it, and eventually, it was donated to Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library in 1969, where it remains today, accessible to anyone brave enough to try and solve its riddle. The book's journey, from an emperor's prized possession to a forgotten relic, and finally to a modern academic puzzle, is a fascinating story in itself, setting the stage for the even greater mystery held within its pages. So, what exactly is inside this mysterious book? Let's turn the pages and explore its contents. The manuscript is a relatively small, unassuming book, but its 240 vellum pages are packed with content that is anything but ordinary. Researchers have divided it into 6 distinct sections based on the illustrations. The first and largest section is the herbal section. It's filled with drawings of plants and herbs, but here's the catch. Almost none of them can be positively identified. They look like a botanist's dream, or perhaps a nightmare. Some have familiar-looking leaves but strange roots. Others are composites of different species, and many appear to be complete fantasies. Each plant is accompanied by that same mysterious, flowing script, presumably describing it, but without being able to read the text. The drawings remain a beautiful but baffling puzzle. Next, we have the astronomical and astrological sections. These pages contain intricate circular diagrams that look like celestial charts. We can see suns, moons, and stars, sometimes with human figures integrated into them. There are also detailed drawings of the zodiac signs, from Aries the ram to Pisces the fish. But just like the plants, these charts don't correspond to any known astronomical system. The constellations are arranged in unfamiliar patterns, making their purpose completely obscure. Following this is perhaps the most bizarre part of the manuscript, the biological or balneological section. This part is filled with drawings of small, naked female figures, often with prominent abdomens, bathing in pools or elaborate tubs connected by a network of strange pipe-like structures. The liquid they are bathing in is often colored green or blue. What does this represent? Is it a manual on health and wellness, a form of hydrotherapy, or perhaps an alchemical allegory? The scenes are so surreal that they defy any simple explanation. The fifth section is the cosmological section, characterized by more circular diagrams or rosettes. These are large, fold-out pages with complex, map-like drawings that seem to depict geographical or cosmological layouts. Some have interpreted these as abstract maps of interconnected worlds or even biological cells. The final section is the pharmaceutical section. This part consists of many short paragraphs of text, each marked by a small, flower-like or star-like bullet point. It's believed this might be a list of recipes or formulas, perhaps corresponding to the plants shown earlier in the book. It's lined with drawings of what look like jars or containers, similar to what an old apothecary might use. This section seems to be the key to the practical application of the manuscript's knowledge. But like everything else, without the ability to read the text, it's just a long list of secrets. Taken together, these sections create a picture of a world that is almost, but not quite, like our own, a tantalizing glimpse into a system of knowledge that remains completely locked away. With such strange content, it is no surprise that theories about the manuscript's origin and purpose are just as varied and fascinating. The central question has always been, what is this writing? Let's explore the main possibilities. The first major theory is that the manuscript is written in a cipher. This means it's a known language, like Latin or a medieval European dialect, that has been systematically encrypted. Proponents of this theory point to certain statistical patterns in the text that resemble those found in natural languages. For example, some words appear more frequently than others, and certain letters tend to cluster together. World War I and II codebreakers, including the legendary William Friedman, who helped crack Japan's Purple Code, have famously tried to break the Voynich code and failed spectacularly. Friedman himself concluded it must be an artificial language, not a simple cipher. This leads us to the second theory, that the Voynich script represents an unknown, constructed language, similar to how J.R.R. Tolkien created Elvish for his novels. Someone in the 15th century might have invented an entire language and writing system from scratch. This would explain why it doesn't match any known language and why simple cryptographic techniques fail. The language follows its own consistent rules, which makes it feel real, but without a Rosetta Stone to translate it, we're left guessing. A third, more cynical theory is that the entire thing is an elaborate hoax. Perhaps someone created the manuscript just to make money, knowing that a mysterious, unreadable book would fetch a high price from a wealthy collector like Emperor Rudolph II. The text might be complete gibberish, cleverly designed to look like a real language. Radiocarbon dating has placed the vellum of the manuscript in the early 15th century, between 1404 and 1438, which confirms its age. So if it's a hoax, it's a very old and incredibly sophisticated one. A more fringe theory suggests it could be an example of glossolalia, or speaking in tongues. This is the phenomenon where a person, often in a state of religious ecstasy, speaks or writes in a language they do not know. Could the manuscript be the work of a mystic, channeling a divine or unknown language? While this is difficult to prove, it would account for the unique and seemingly personal nature of the script and illustrations. As for who wrote it, the list of candidates is long and distinguished. The early favorite was Roger Bacon, but the carbon dating makes this impossible, as he died over a century before the book was made. Other names thrown into the ring include a young Leonardo da Vinci, due to the blend of art and science, or even an unknown genius working in isolation. More recent research has pointed towards northern Italy as a likely origin, but the identity of the author remains the biggest mystery of all. Cipher, constructed language, hoax, or divine inspiration. Each theory has its believers, but none has provided the final answer. So, where does that leave us? After a century of modern analysis, after countless hours spent by linguists, computer scientists, and amateur sleuths, the Voynich manuscript remains just as mysterious as the day Wilfrid Voynich found it. We know when it was made, and we have a rough idea of where it came from. We can see its beautiful and bizarre illustrations, but the core of its message, the knowledge locked within its unique script, is still completely beyond our reach. Every few years, a new claim of a breakthrough emerges, often with great fanfare. Someone will announce they've decoded a word, a sentence, or even the entire manuscript. But so far, every single one of these claims has been debunked or has failed to gain acceptance from the wider academic community. The manuscript has proven to be a formidable opponent, a lock that has resisted every key ever tried on it. It stands as a powerful symbol of the limits of our knowledge. In an age where information is instantly accessible and artificial intelligence can translate languages in a heartbeat, the Voynich manuscript is a humbling reminder that there are still secrets the world has not yet given up. It continues to inspire fascination and obsession, a siren song for anyone who loves a good puzzle. Is it the lost knowledge of a forgotten civilization, the secret diary of a brilliant mind, or simply the most successful and enduring hoax in history? Perhaps one day, a new discovery or a different way of thinking will finally unlock its secrets. But until then, it sits quietly at Yale University, its pages holding a story that, for now, it tells only to itself. The Voynich manuscript is more than just an old book. It's a testament to the enduring power of mystery. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into history's greatest enigmas.